Well, moving next to tonight's big story, the Drag Queen Story Hour set to take place next week at the Talcott Free Library is being changed to a virtual format due to safety concerns.
13 WREX's Emily McMinn has been following this story. And Emily, what details were you able to learn about this change?
The Talcott Free Library says this format change is being made after having discussions with police and fire departments and with the anticipation of both community members for and against the event attending. I spoke with community members on this change and the shift in moving it to Zoom.
Crystal Ball is a local drag queen set to lead the Drag Queen Story Hour and says that although this change is disappointing, it is best for everyone involved.
The director had kind of brought it to my attention and I said, do really whatever you think is the best intention. Like I said, safety is really my #1 priority. If it has to be on Zoom, I totally get it.
However, Ball says not being able to hold this event in person could do some a disservice.
From my point of view, I was 18 when I first saw my first drag queen, and that really changed my life completely. And, I had seen drag queens in videos and YouTube, and it's just nothing compares to seeing someone in person and just being seeing the magic of it all.
Helen Lucky says her granddaughter frequently visits the Talcott Free Library, and this event is one of theirs she would have felt comfortable bringing her to.
Yeah, I would have explained things to her. I know that she's small and she probably wouldn't understand because she's only 4, but there's no reason why you can't give them a lot more detail as to what's going on and who they are and what they do.
The Rockford Family Initiative is opposed to this event, largely due to where the funding for it is coming from.
This should not be held at taxpayer expense. Children need to be protected from this type of thing, and we are just hoping that our community can come together and say every person has a right to free speech and free expression, but not at taxpayer expense and not when children are involved.
The group plans to protest outside the library during the virtual event, but says a change in its sponsor would keep that from happening.
If it's not library sponsored, we will just ignore it. There's all kinds of things on the internet people should not be looking at, and this would just be another. But if the library is giving its stamp of approval to this event, we feel we must stand publicly to protect children for the good of our community.
The Drag Queen Story Hour is set to take place on Zoom July 14th at 3:30 p.m. Back over to you, Derek and Brittany.
All right, thank you, Emily.